Members of this esteemed science community. I am here to discuss the species Bos Taurus. Bos Taurus is the scientific name for domesticated cattle. Bos is Latin for cow, and Taurus is the term for bull. The taxonomy for Bos Taurus begins in the domain Eukaryote, then heads to the kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Artiodactyl, family Bovidae, genus Bos, and finally to the species Bos taurus. Current cattle, referred to as taurine cattle, have been domesticated for human use since 10,000 BCE during the early Neolithic age. Domesticated cattle are thought to derive from the distinct aurochs and the Bos primogenius species, as you can see here from our phylogenetic tree. This extinct species is said to have lived in Eurasia and northern Africa. The Bos taurus was changed from the ancient aurochs during the domestication syndrome. They are differentiated by their size. As you can see from this artist's rendering and the skeleton of an auroch, it is also quite large. Please note the phenotype changes in the horns and the shape of legs from our current species. There are over 1.3 billion domesticated cattle worldwide. Cattle form groups of herds. The herds are run by a dominant male who is the sole male to mate with the rest of the females. The herd are ruled by a dominance hierarchy. Every member of the herd must yield to those higher than them in the herd. Females are protective of the calves, and the males remain in charge of the herd until a younger male defeats him and takes control of the herd. Cattle communicate with each other through sound, the moos that we hear. They also communicate via chemical signals, touch, and visual cues. Cows are herbivores. They eat grasses and plants. A cow can eat a lot. An average cow can consume about 70 kilograms of grass in an 8-hour day. That's about 150 pounds. While cows eat a lot of grass, because of their anatomy, the four-chamber stomach that you see here, it takes over 70 to 100 hours to digest their food. Bos taurus can live naturally for an average of 20 years. Cows, like many animals, have predators. Humans, wolves, and lions are current predators. Domesticated cows are mainly for human use and consumption. Cows are very important to humans. We have used cattle for a variety of purposes since we domesticated them. Many humans drink milk from cows and eat their flesh. But consumption is not the only use. Internal consumption is not their only use. In history, humans have used cow dung for fuel and building material. We use their skins for protection from the elements. We now use cowhide leather and leather for our clothing, footwear, and fashion accessories. Modern domesticated cattle are raised on farms. However, domestication of cows can impact our environment. Cows emit methane gas, which is detrimental to the Earth's atmosphere. Domesticated cattle give off about 10% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the world. The amount of grasses that cattle eat can also cause erosion and create environmental distress. Cows can also cause disease among those who ingest it. The disease called mad cow disease can cause a fatal brain disease in humans from infected cattle. Bos taurus, as you can see, have both a negative and positive impact on humanity. This species has been around a long time, and with modern scientific modifications, may even one day develop into a new species. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you learned something new about Bos taurus.